Good morning, everybody. Oh, jeez. Oh, the mic is still micing. Oh boy. Yeah, it looks like my mic is still having the same issues. I forgot about it, to be honest. Yeah, again, guys, my mic is having issues, shall we say. Thank you, Big Bazo. Alright, let me get this set up. Wait a minute. Nope, wrong version of the cartridge. Major. So, like, the quality is also worse? It's not just loud? I didn't get around to looking at it more closely yesterday. Very bassy. I don't think that, yeah, I don't think turning the volume knob does anything. No, it doesn't look like it. Does this do anything? No, it doesn't look like turning this knob does anything either. I don't know. What? I didn't change anything. Like, I changed literally nothing. And it just started acting really bizarre. But it's like hypersensitive. The driver? Is there a driver? No idea, guys. Anyway, Minute Rush is here. Wallace gets those quick rolls in. He's saving the bills. Output, input. Allow apps and Windows to use this device for audio. No. Does this do anything? It doesn't look like it. Maybe? I don't know. No, I don't think it does anything. Oh, it did? Okay, I just turned down the input volume on Windows. Huh. Okay. Again, I don't understand this in the slightest, but whatever works. Right? Okay, Volos did lose a Vil somewhere. Also, I should probably turn the actual OBS volume down just a hair. That also, I think, will probably sound a bit better. It's just so bizarre that, like, you know, I do nothing and suddenly it sounds all messed up. Alright, forging even coming in here from Yo. To Linux, I'm not smart enough to use Linux, man. Yeah, probably. Oh. Looks like Yo is dominating on both land and water. Vala's coming in with some stone. I wonder what this is all about. 7 fishing ships to 4, so Valos does have a bit of an edge there. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Dog. I'm not eating my oatmeal fast enough. I feel like we could be seeing some Gibettos here. Forward dock here in the middle as well. But I think Green's gonna have a real hard time not dying 9 Hulks to 2. Yes, Mr. Dog. I'm working on it. Look like cockroaches. They're everywhere, man. Alright, Castle Age is coming in here for Yo, but this is a real opportunity for Valos. Going from a fire ship meta to a Hulk meta? That's hybrid maps for you. But don't worry, we'll have at least 5 of them in every tournament. Well, Castle's coming in. It can't be forward at the very least, which is honestly a pretty big win here for Yo. Yo has 2 men-at-arms as his entire land army. So the fact that Valos isn't able to build this forward in a more aggressive position feels like Yo is setting himself up for a lot of success. He's got 7 villager kills already. Of course, most of those are fishing ships. Resources collected are going to be getting much closer now, and Yo's way ahead in resources destroyed. Elite Skirmisher and Bodkin coming in. Again, this is a pretty big investment when you don't know what your opponent is doing. Now, as it happens, Yo is now building the archery ranges, but he had the stable already. He could have just started going knights, and this would have been a significant waste of resources. That said, it is Kapinga-ing time. And we are still back up to 5 to 6 fishing ships, but it is the Cav Archer production that is starting here for Yo because, of course, those are one of the 2 units in the game. Cav Archers and Skirmishers. Still, the Cav Archers only have Bloodlines. That's their only upgrade at the moment. A bit more forward, there wasn't anything stopping Valos. But he was just playing more cautiously, and, sometimes the safer play is to go forward. More fishing ships are on the way at the very least. And Yo does not have medium warships, so you have the Castle Age War Hulks versus the Feudal Age Hulks. Now we have this Skirmisher Combito army composition, kind of an odd one, but it should work out fairly well. Still, not actually in the base of Yo yet. And remember, these Hulks just do so much damage. They 2-shot the Combeitos. Or no, sorry, they 3-shot the Combeitos. With Iron Casting, they 2-shot them. Still, Valos is starting to get some actual value. The Hulks only have 1 Pierce Armor, remember. It's really weird to see a ship that just dies to Skirmishers. No Ballistics, of course. Meanwhile, CA are on the other side of the map, and I mean, at the end of the day, you're still struggling to actually get into the base of Yo here as Valos. The mic? I thought the mic was fixed! Alright, another TC over there to the west. Yo is already on the 2. Those Hulks are obviously also going to be very bad against Cav Archers. By Yo's market. There could be, but it's not like Valos is really attacking from that angle anyway. Anyway, Valos with 20-some-odd Vils on stone. Okay, now is time for castle number 2. It's castle time, guys. Yo, nowhere near a castle. I mean, the score is very heavily in favor of Yo. Ballistics is going to be huge, but this is pretty darn scary for him. Betos are starting to go to work here, although the TC is getting a lot of damage done. And as is so often the case in these sorts of situations, the issue right now for Valos is the food economy. He really is only relying on his fishing ships at the moment. No, again, the issue is, I changed nothing. And then the mic decides to not work as it used to work. Again, this isn't something I'm just noticing now. This has been like the dominating feature of my last couple streams. Maybe I can just maybe I'll put the mic slightly further away from my face than normal, but again, I changed nothing. Windows update? I mean, I think there was a Windows update, too. Getting arson here as well. Yeah, the issue is, because I have no idea what the Windows update changed, and there's like 10,000 different things you can do to adjust audio, I have no idea what the correct combination of things to do is. I mean, Dash is currently barking at my mom because my mom's going to work. I could probably close my door, though. But I haven't been able to get up because I've been trying to cast. Roll back the update? I don't even know how to do that. Well, guys, Valos is ready here for another castle. The scores are getting a lot closer. Where are the skirmishers? The skirmishers are still in fairly low numbers, and again, the big issue for Valos is that food economy. He's just so reliant on fishing ships that also die to cav archers. And those vills are also having a rough go of things here, as YoCA are finding a lot of value here. Still, the numbers are in favor of Valos. It's kind of ugly, but it's also sort of working. Hulks are here on the outside. Yo's on 19 fishing ships. Whoa, how'd he get that many? Okay. Still, you need to not lose your own starting base, and another castle is incoming here from Valos, guys. But Yo finally able to afford his own, and that is, of course, huge, huge, huge. Man, look at that monk dodging all those Kapingas until he stopped dodging all the Kapingas. Now, the question is, will this castle be in range of that castle? And it very well could. Valos doesn't know how to cancel. Oh, no. Actually, Valos can just buy a little bit more stone and drop another one, and that's exactly what he's doing. Oh, this is wild, and I mean, so long as Yo is not able to click up to the Imperial Age, this remains to be effective. Hulks there at the back go down, and the Japanese fishing ships continue to Japanese fishing ships. And that castle's in. Now, Yo himself is going to try and go for a counter castle. Well, handcart's not going to go in there. Alrighty. I mean, it's not like Valos is really at all aware of this. I mean, he sees the Vills fleeing, but I doubt he's going to be able to do anything to stop this castle. And there it is. A ton of Vills are building it. The issue is that, although it denies some farms, this castle doesn't really accomplish that much else. And there we go, Yo found a way to click up to Imp, and that is just the value of having all of those Japanese fishing ships. And he was on a good amount of villagers anyway. Continuing to add TCs. But normally the issue here, when you're getting pushed like this, is that you don't have any farms. But this is just where having all of those Japanese fishing ships really does make up the difference, and that is what allows you to get to the Imperial Age, especially when you're not spending any food on army. Which is, of course, exactly what Yo is doing here. Mangonel going to stop those rams, and this is looking very good again for Mr. Yo here in game number 1. I mean, Yo can almost afford Imperial Age again, guys. CA is only wood and gold? Yes. No units in AoE cost 3 resources, so just wood and gold. Alright, Imperial Age is in here for Mr. Yo. Nanda. Not too sure what Valos is going to be trying right now. The issue is that Yo still has a fantastic economy. He's 7,000 resources ahead. He's got Trebs coming in. He's already got Bracer in for his Cav Archers. And I don't really think there should be a whole lot that Valos can do at this point. This castle needed to deny this castle and not the other way around, I think, to have even much of a shot. But Yo just never giving up on water. And again, it's like you don't need that much food as Yo. Just enough to get to Imperial Age and then to get some basic upgrades. But of course, Yo's macro was on point. And now all those castles are likely going to be going down as even more Cav Archer upgrades are coming in. I mean, we're already on 4 trebuchets and counting. That castle goes down. Oh boy, we're trying to snipe the trebs. I mean, Combitos are very good at that, but they're also so flimsy and fragile. Oh no, the ladies! Oh no. And that is GG, and Yo takes game number 1. Well, at least that was interesting. For Valos being the heavy underdog, he tried to make it work, but yeah, obviously way too far behind in economy. Yo was just able to get to the Imperial Age. Like, so long as Yo wasn't able to get to the Imperial Age, that could work for Valos, but obviously, Yo did do that. Alright, we are in the lobby. Let me pull up the draft. That's Japanese over Malians. Immersion going to Yo. To build Samurai? I mean, Samurai are a good unit to make when you have, like, a large economy. And you just, like, want a good mainstay unit. The issue isn't so much what makes Samurai bad, it's more like, why would you ever make anything other than Cav Archers? Especially if you're not on a super gigantic economy. Alright, Shoals will be the next map. We're all gonna get our footsies checked out with Dr. Shoals. And in a minute 23, we will be going into the next game. Or better longswordsman? Yeah, basically. Anyway, we got a minute, guys. I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back. All right, as we hear the majestic sounds of the Saracens intro, here we are, game number 2. It will be on shoals. You'll be in the blue as the Saracens to the southwest, and to the east in the green as the Koreans. It will be Valas. Alrighty. Was offensive? What? Oh, again, the shorthand you used for Japanese is basically, especially in during World War II in America, that was basically using the N-word for Japanese people. It was considered extremely offensive, and is still offensive in America. Like, it's not a word you can use commonly in polite conversation. Yeah, I know, and the thing is, I don't think that was ever the case in anywhere that isn't America. I mean, especially as most of you are going to be from Europe, it's not like you had extensive interactions with the Japanese until after World War II. Anyway, Saracens versus Koreans, both excellent naval civs, of course. And not just like good naval civs, like good civs on the late game on the water, and good civs with lots and lots of gold and stone. Saying J words? Oh yeah, that's an unfortunate part of American history right there for you, Sergeant Brown. Or Bedown. Anyway, fishing ships are on the way for both players. Nilly did that before? Oh, no. But again, I doubt that Nilly would know, right? Because they didn't have that sort of history. Was a bit worried about it. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Germany has its own very dark and unfortunate history with treating people of different ethnicities and religions. But anti-Japanese sentiment wasn't part of it. Oh, God. What's the slur for American? There isn't one. Because Americans are perfect. Yeah, I was gonna say, American itself is enough of one these days. America! Alright, 3 fishing ships for each player. Just a pretty normal start to this game. We typically see fast castles on this map these days because you can garrison the fishing ships. You know, back in previous tournaments where Shoals was a map, you did see a lot more feudal age galley aggression to snipe fishing ships, but it's just so hard to do now that you have the docks that can garrison the fishing ships and fire arrows. So this is going to be more of a water arena than the actual aqua arena is. North Americans. Well, what exactly constitutes North America is extremely vague. An icy yank. Or Mexico, yeah. And they're stuck with us as neighbors, man. You just can't do that. Cartel, have your head off? Oh, yeah. Well, Feudal Age is in here faster for Yo. He's already starting his galley production as well. He's not mined any gold. So this looks like it might be a prepared build. Sell your 200 stone. You'll easily have enough for Castle Age. And I guess you're still going to have a couple galleys, maybe one galley, to go out and apply some pressure to your opponent's fishing fleet. Oh no. Again, I didn't change a single thing. But it looks like maybe a Windows update changed everything, and I don't know how to properly address the issue at the moment. But a couple galleys are out here. Yo still isn't quite ready for Castle Age. I mean, I guess I could put the mic even further away. I doubt you guys... Actually, hold on. How on earth can you still pick this up? You know what, guys? There is a, like, mode on my mic that's basically, okay, the mic is set up for, like, studio recording, which is what I do. But then somehow Windows settings got changed, and now it's doing, like, ambient recording. Except I literally have it on the setting that's studio recording on the mic, but the mic settings itself might not be working. Because when I turn the knobs and the knobs and dials on the mic itself, it doesn't do anything. So maybe that's it. Actually, I think that might be it. Because if it's gonna default on the mic itself to something on, like, the studio audio and not the driver, yeah, I'll need to figure that out today. I was honestly lazy yesterday and just watched football all day, but I'll need to figure something out. Ah, Bears. Bears and Ravens won. I'm very happy. I wonder how I install... The Broncos? Oh boy. Seems like, I mean, you won versus the Chiefs yesterday. Pretty impressive. Fight? Yeah, I'm a very violent person. I like fighting. HD Hulk noises? Oh, yeah. Alright, TC there to the west for Valos. I mean, only a couple kills so far in the entire game. Nothing terribly decisive either way. I mean, as to which civ we prefer late game between Saracens and Koreans, it's really hard to say. I mean, these are like two of the best late game civs on both land and water. Looks like Yo's gonna get the scout cavalry, though. Oh, he's gonna get him! Gonna get him! Oh! Vala's tried to bait him under the TC, guys, but there weren't any bills underneath the TC. Oh, tragedy. Tragedy, tragedy. Guys, I have no idea how good turtle ships are right now. Why they're good? They have fantastic stats. They're one of the most efficient units in the game, population-wise. Oh, look at them. Look at them go! Look at those oars, man. They're literally rowing so fast that it looks like they're staying in place. Scorps? Well, they're not Scorps. They're big, chunky cav archers. They are a cav archer in every single way. Alright. Let's see those turtles in action. Now remember, turtles deal melee damage. So, they should at least be okay versus buildings. I mean, the Hulks might actually be a better counter. They do fire cannonballs. They fire cannonballs and rockets. It's kind of confusing. Anyway, it's turtle time, baby! Scout there trying to be a little bit annoying. And remember, turtles do have no ship armor now. But I guess they still have good Pierce armor. Yeah, the rockets were, what, with 3 Kingdoms? So that was like, what, April or something? Is it worse? I guess I'll move the mic a little bit closer. Guys, I'm just trying to find a short-term solution until I can figure out what the heck the problem is.
Nom.
Distant but fine. Okay, I'm moving a little closer. And, to his credit, guys, Valas winning water control for the time being. Yo, he's only making 1 Hulk, so he's not even really going to be able to do that much to push back on the water. And Koreans, of course, very, very good defensive civilization. Okay, well, you need to be paying better attention than that. But if that guard tower can come up, that will be huge. Alright, well, we'll keep it like this for now, then. Three relics in for Yo, though. And yeah, if you can get this tower up, which you should be able to, there isn't even another mangonel on the way. Okay, that was very poorly timed. There we go. That's how you do it. And now you garrison, and the guard tower is in, and now Yo will be forced away. That said, the booming from Yo is very good right now. He is ahead by 1,000 resources, and that's just all macro. All Yo's macro. And still not quite able to take down the sea tower yet. In come the fire ships. And of course they will easily dispatch the fishing ships. But yeah, now you can just go ahead and take down the sea tower. Sea tower's 14 kills! Jeez, this sea tower is so insane. Still, it does go down eventually. Oh, nice angle here, though, for Yo. Oh, that's very, very nice. Got a barracks on the way. A few Fire Lancers would be very nice to have here. Might need to do some repairing, but now Yo is going to start to come in for the castle, and here it is. Going to keep up with this pressure, and he is on the other side of the map. Yo is really just expanding all over the place. You have some more fishing ships on the way for now. Hello, Juando. I mean, you probably want to repair the TC, don't you? I mean, I guess it's probably just going to go down anyway. And Yo is also closer to Imperial Age, again, just having that better macro. He also has the wheelbarrow upgrade, so his farming is better. He's going to have 5 relics in a moment. It's like, yeah, you did a nice job as Valas taking control of the middle, but Yo is doing everything else a fair bit better. Oh no, the villagers! No! Well, Vils will be able to make the grand escape over here. Are Hulks good versus Turtles? Honestly, I haven't checked. I was thinking another video I could do was testing out the unique ships on the water balance, because I just haven't done that, and I don't think anyone else really has. So, Hulks, Caravels, Longboats... Or not, Hulks. Caravels, Longboats, Turtle ships. Oh, there's even a knight here, but Yo is just fundamentally on his way to Imperial Age. Over 2,000 more resources collected right now. And even that unupgraded knight's doing some work. Yeah, but right now I'm working on the History of the Civs video for Age of Conquerors. And we're going to try and get that done before I leave to at the end of the month, because I'll be gone for like half a week. And then, once I get back, it's going to be December, and I'm going to have to start working on State of the Civs. When will the naval update go live? They don't know, or I guess we don't know specifically, you know, Q1 of 2026. Gonna have another castle here, and Yo is just in complete control of this game, despite not having any water control. Freaking nerd! Alright, castle is in, and of course you can have a castle on both sides of the map in Imperial Age. Just start immediately trebbing from this location. I mean, guys, the one thing you don't have as Yo is really any way to get back onto the water right now. But that's not really too big of an issue. Valas is on his way up as well. I mean, it's like, if you're Valas, what is your route back into this game? It feels like every solution involves a lot of gold, right? Like a huge blob of Fire Lancers with some rocket carts and bombard cannons and towers. But you need to just completely reassert yourself on at least one of these sides of the map. And because Yo has done such a good job of taking control of both, it's going to be extremely difficult here for Valas to really figure out what exactly he needs to do. His wood income and gold income are both quite low right now, which, considering, like, all of the best Korean units cost those two resources, this is going to be a tough one here for him. And again, it's like we're looking at a 5,000 resources difference and climbing. And now, of course, Mameluke production has started, and although I suppose Koreans are, like, one of the better civs out there at dealing with Mamelukes because their rocket carts are very good against them, it's still not something that's going to feel especially great. I mean, is there any civ that just feels great at dealing with Mamelukes? I don't think so. Teutons, of course. Get the Teutonic Knights to wall them. Guilds? Oh, you gotta love the fast guilds play. But yeah, I mean, Yo is just getting these Mameluke numbers going. He's got the double blacksmiths pumping. Another castle is on the way, and right now, Yo is just in complete control of this game, and not even the mighty turtle ships can save you. Cannon galleons are on the way. Guys, remember when Koreans used to not have elite cannon galleon for literally no reason? Longbowmen? Eh. I take 40 Mamelukes over 40 Longbowmen any day of the week. Excuse me. I mean, it's the HP and the speed difference. Cannon galleons are helping out here, and if it wasn't such a bad situation economically here for Valas, again, like 9,000 resources behind, that is just not competitive, honestly. You know, basically triple the gold collected, 2,000 more food, a little bit more wood, a little bit more stone. But yeah, that's just so many more resources our Saracen player had to play with. And Yo, up 2-0, looking strong. The relics certainly do help. For sure. Alright. Hope you're all doing fine on this most joyous of Mondays. We got Water Nomad, Nomad, and Golden Swamp. And looks like Golden Swamp will be the next map. Well, so what other sets do we have today? I guess there's a set at noon. A couple sets at noon, but we're probably not going to cast that. We'll see, we'll see. 1 minute, we'll get Air into Golden Swamp. We could switch over to TTL. But I feel like there's going to be a bunch of other people casting that. The water rebalance? I don't know. It feels like a side grade. Water does not feel better or worse, it just feels more complicated. Alrighty. Let's get into this game. Numero dos. You'll have Vala, or Race. I know how to count in Spanish. I promise. Valas in the green as the Bengalis to the south, and to the northeast in the blue as the Armenians. It will be Yo, one game away from the round of 16. Very dominant performance so far. You know, in a tournament that's had a lot of upsets in terms of, okay, the top pro players not quite as dominant as you would expect them to be, versus these, you know, lesser tier, so to say. I mean, Valas is still a very, very good player. Who are better prepared, but here Yo is still looking just as dominant. Valas is losing from good positions, because Valas isn't in good positions. Because Valas is always falling so far behind in economy that he basically needs to, like, find a way to kill Yo immediately. In game number 1, and in game number 2, he would need to somehow survive long enough against Yo. Because, again, he was behind by 9,000 resources. Like, again, it's like, okay, somebody starts it with Deathmatch and somebody starts with RM. It's like, you're not winning that game. Still, 2 very good civs here for Golden Swamp. No real complaints there. Don't think there should be a huge advantage either way. So let's see here. Villa's already coming forward. You're gonna need a house, though, before a dock, I think. You're not Dravidians. You're not Uncle C. Tom. Oh, never mind. He was building the house over there. I mean, you do have to save on the mule cart, right? So it's only 60 wood for the Armenian mule cart. 60 wood, 15 food. So, very nice early build here for the Armenians. The Yo is going to be ahead, certainly getting the first fishing ship out. Can already afford it. Wouldn't mess with the cart of muling. Got 9 water buffalo here. Valas has 7. There are some extras on this map usually, although maybe not this particular version. Yeah, Armenians and Bengalis both super smooth economies in the early game. I mean, especially Armenians have like a smooth eco, but the more powerful economies Bengalis, as eventually those 2, and then 4 extra villagers just really pay off. Wait a minute. Valas isn't building a dock at all. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 back up the truck. I don't know, guys. Oh, rip. Yo's a big noob. Is this gonna be for some sort of Phosphorou-esque build? Went over to the forage bushes there. I mean, you do have a lot of starting food on this map. Angry at this comment? No. I'm not gonna do what you say. I'm just not a very angry person. I can be a salty person, but never really a very angry person. Yep, here we are, guys. It's gonna be, for some variant at least, of the Phosphorou. Alright. Yeah, the thing with phosphoring on a map that has fish at all is that, just like with... It's actually the same exact premise as if you're going for, like, a heavy men-at-arms rush, is that if you're not gonna contest water, the threshold of having a good enough opening is so much higher, right? You basically need, at the very least, you know, 4 or 5 kills, villager kills, even before you can even start to think about breaking even. The gate is cute. The gate I'm kind of curious about. I think it's to help protect against hulks, so that the fishing ships might be able to like sail on through there, and then you can like plant the galleys behind the gate. Actually, that is pretty cute right there. Yeah, the galleys stay behind the gate, and then the hulks can't attack them over the gate. But of course, that's just not what is actually happening, as you will realize quite shortly that it will be for a Phosphoroo. Also, look at that mule cart efficiency. Feels good, man. There's the market and the blacksmith. Now, the question also is going to be, can you get a forward castle? Because if you just drop the castle at home, that is going to give Yo so much of an opportunity here to defend. And Yo will, of course, see the lack of dock and be like, uh-oh, alarm bells! The alarm bells will be ringing. And he is, of course, nowhere near the castle age. And Valas is on his way up. Overinvest? I mean, in a perfect world, you would have scouted more and seen the lack of dock and just gone for the, you know, 0 to 2 galleys. But remember that Yo lost his scout early on, so it's not like he really had much of a choice anyway. He just had no real way of knowing. He's at least adding in the fishing ships now. Alright, so DBA is still coming in here from Valas. And if he is going to go forward with villagers, it would need to be, like, right now, and that is exactly what's happening by the looks of things. A little bit of derping around. Making sure you're not going along the coast, where you know your opponent will likely have some ships. Oh, look at this! Look at these villagers just bringing their picnic baskets along. They're going to have a merry old adventure. And then these villagers with their picnic baskets are like, why do you guys have axes? Like, these aren't even firewood chopping hatchets. Like, this is a straight up large axe to, like, cleave some people. I mean, it's just done for visual clarity, I know. But still. These villagers mean business, man. Not these ones. These ones were on a picnic. The other villagers mean business. Alright, Galley will spot the vills. Not that there's all... that. Okay, so I guess the idea here is that you build the dock, or you build the castle so that you can build a dock afterwards and harass the fishing eco. Okay, that makes sense. But it's still going to be a little bit trickier just to make sure that the castle goes up in the first place. There will be at least one dead villager now already, although I don't actually think the castle will be denied. Stone wall's immediately on the way. Yo's quite close to clicking up. And there we go. Yeah, I wasn't even able to quite range everything. Castle goes up, one villa goes down. It's probably still worth it, so you can add in the dock afterwards. Ratas are on the way. Of course, Yo already has a full layer of stone walls in. There is a monastery. He's actually going for some gold. Still, Yo does have his fishing fleet. And if you're Valas, you see the stone walls, but you don't know really much else. And if Yo's gonna hit Castle Age relatively soon, it might just be too late already. Double fortified churches, just start going for some monkers. Feels like a very likely situation here. I guess picking up a relic is always nice, but You need to be getting damage done, and getting damage done fast. A couple Hulks on the way, actually. But obviously, Yo not panicking. He's doing just fine here. Ratha's taking some damage there to the galleys. No Siege Workshop. In fact, I'm not even sure what the monastery's for in the first place. Don't lose a Ratha for free Valos. That would be very bad. You need every single Ratha you can get. There you go. And there's one fortified church, and there is the second one, like I was saying. Yo is 6 villagers ahead at the moment. Is obviously very far ahead in resources. He's got the forward dock over here, so he's maximizing his fishing eco. You have one petard there, and another one is on the way. But the thing with Armenians and Georgians both is that they're such a hard civ to pressure. Yo is even getting bowsaw and stone mining. Like, this man is just chillin'. And, I mean, we're getting pretty far into the game for there not to be a single villager kill, as like I said, every fishing ship that your opponent makes that you don't make is like another villager you need to kill before things even start to break even. So it's like, I mean, considering how long the fishing ships have been alive as well, you'd probably need to kill 10 villagers before this is an even game. And we're not even close to that at the moment. Sanctity's coming in, you already have 2 monks on the field. There's another monastery coming in, but you don't really have anything to destroy buildings. And now, honestly, those Ratha are trapped. Sanctity's in for the Monkers. Yo is getting closer to a castle of his own. Turns out Hulks are good against Rathas. Not a matchup I really had ever explored, but you know what? There you go. Oh man, Yo is just absolutely rushing this defense. Still not a single farm for him, and it does not matter because this fishing eco is so powerful. Fervor coming in, why not? I mean, if you're safe enough to get Fervor and another TC right now, like, you are just cruising, man. Atonement is on the way for both, and Devotion's on the way for Valos, but again, you are just so far behind already. And once Yo gets a defensive castle, it is just super over. I mean, yeah, both Armenians and Georgians are, like, top 5 best defensive civs in mid-game. Alongside, like, you know, Koreans, Teutons, Byzantines. Probably is the top 5. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. Another fortified church coming in. Yo, of course, extremely far ahead in economy. Warrior Priest just picking up even more relics, and here comes the castle. Hello, Yozite. It's like, what do you even do at this point, man? It's been so long. You've been in Castle Age for how long? 1337. He was in Castle Age at elite time. He's been in Castle Age 10 minutes and has gotten 1 villager kill. Anyway, there is Devotion in, remember? So you do need to be careful. Wait, did he get, like, no conversions there? What? Oh, Yo also has Devotion, my bad. Yeah, Yo started the conversion sooner. Missed that. And this is extremely one-sided. I mean, Yo is closing in on freaking castle number 2. Yeah, as soon as Yo gets himself a bit more settled, he can start going right back to his conversions. Most of his monks have plenty of faith. And there you go. Mr. 3-0. Mr. 3-0. Dominant performance here versus Valos. 12-3 conversions. Super far ahead in eco, except in gold, which doesn't really matter that much. And it is hard to argue with that performance there from Yo. Well done. Bengali player? Yep. Alright, so the question is now, what is next? I thought there were more Thalassocracy Cup sets today. I mean, there are, but they're not for a good long while. Oh, Miguel joined Onimaru. It makes sense. Miguel is, always gonna be with Dogao. Not an Onimaru? Yeah, it's Goku, Fire, Dogao, and Miguel. The Dogal. You know, some call it the LOS Migdog combo. Let's see. JorDan versus Combito. Ah, T90's casting Rex. Hello, Natad Scout. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find the Rex. Yeah. Wow, T90, not even living in the present. Let me switch patch. And we will try and catch up and match T90 as best we can here. Let's update the stream title. Lots of switching needing to happen. JorDan versus Combito, T90, Titans League, Bronze League. So, decider matches. Do that. It's like the mic position is currently like blocking my second monitor, which is like why I'm trying to look around it like this. Oh, I would be absolutely flabbergasted if JorDan lost here. Flabbergasted, I say. Alright, so now I'm going to do my best to catch up with T90 and make sure that I am neither too far ahead or too far behind of him. Then you probably just spent a long time on that toilet. Alright. JorDan seems pretty obscenely far ahead in the NT90 stream. But yeah, Twitch ads are the worst these days, man. I mean, I guess I get that Twitch is a money-losing platform for Amazon. But it's still really annoying that, like, the viewer experience really needs to suffer so much. Well, Combito just running around here with some militia, but not really finding a whole lot of value. Guys, they're at like the 50-minute mark on T90 stream, and the game isn't over, and it's freaking Mongols versus Romans. I mean, that should really tell us all we need to know. Looks like Combito trying to rush up to Castle Age. Did JorDan invest into a defensive tower? Yes, he did. Just trying to take that extra hunt. Both players on their way up. So this could be a nice little loop around. Crossbow and Bodkin. Even Elite Skirmisher coming in now for Combito. I mean, Combito is surprisingly still at a better spot economically, but JorDan's going to be on 3 TCs here. I mean, it's JorDan. It's what he does. Alright, looks like the game is over. And so we don't continue falling further behind. I mean, JorDan wins, guys. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it was 46 minutes game time, so we would have spent the entire time just on super speed, and I'd rather just not fall further behind. A what? How is that even a, like, do they have their own stream? Streaming? I didn't even know that was a thing. Also, wasn't Jordan in Gold League? Did he get eliminated from Gold League? It just feels so weird that you have Jordan playing against all these guys who are like 2K4, 2K5. Romans losing to Mongols. But it feels like the Jordan being back thing is just creating a lot of really weird seeding situations. Alright, is T90 in game 2 yet? Nope. T90 likes to spend his time between games. But it's his tournament! He can do whatever the heck he wants. Start from the bottom? Ah, yeah. But the weird thing is that he didn't even retire for all that long. Like, I think... Like, he retired and then immediately came back within one season. Right? If there was no TTL, he'd probably be in plat. Oh, okay. Maybe the entire understanding of time is warped. So yeah, I'm just waiting for T90 to get into the next game. And there we go. Perfect. It's been so long since we've seen Shoals, guys. Alrighty, guys, game number 2 here. It is going to be Combito versus JorDan, and Combito going to be in the red as the Armenians to the southwest, and to the east in the blue as the Vietnamese. It will be JorDan. See how this one goes? I will be right back. Enjoy watching Jordan push some deer. All right. I apologize, but I return. Of course, literally just as I sit down, we have people coming in to like install a shower door for my parents, and I think they just showed up. Ah! All right. I am back. I think. Probably. You know, you try so hard and come so far. Mmm. Alright, so, JorDan's going forward here. Not like, Combito is gonna be any the wiser. Alright, 4 archers with fletching coming out. This is gonna be a freaking disaster. Look how far away those bills are from the TC. Oh boy. Owie. Big, big owie. Oh no. The stable's not even. Oh no. It's high key GG territory. Yep. Oh dear. Happens. Happens. Alright, that was Vietnamese over our Armenians, and this is looking like a disaster here for poor Combito. Dynamic battles? Which one's that? How am I supposed to keep track of everything? Game number 3. Earthquakes and... oh, geez. Yeah, I forgot about that thing. Alrighty, game number 3 here. It will be Combito Tournament Life on the Line. Well, I mean, he's already qualified for Silver League. I honestly don't really remember what Silver League is, to be honest. Isn't Silver League just another bracket tournament? I know, there's literally 4 T90 Titans leagues. But Jordan's going to be here in the blue as the Koreans to the east. I do know that if you win this set, you're immediately in gold. I know that much. Yep. Super, super fast Rhino lure. You could say, for the hunt here, it was Rhine-over, if you know what I mean. So let's see what Combito has in store for us. It's another map that we see in Thalassocracy Cup, but it's going to be playing out a little bit different now that you don't have Hulks. It's going to be much more galley-centric, I think. I mean, I know it is. I've casted this map many times. Yep, little bit of a scuffle here. And because Combito took early damage on the Scout Cavalry to lure in the Elephant, Rhino, same thing, there's no way he can fight Jordan's, and I don't know why he's even trying to. He should really just be running away to his transport ship, wherever that is, except the transport ship is so far away! Get to the chopper! Transport ship. Same thing. Yeah, I mean, you do not want to lose your scout. 2 more hits, though, and the transport's a-coming, but it could be a little slow. Oh! Oh, no! He's gonna get 1 more hit in for sure, I think. No! Got him! Easy clap. Alright, Doc is on the way here for Combito, but it's already in for Jordan, and Jordan does have his first fishing ship on the way. And you'd think, if anything, Vikings would be getting the faster Doc, since they do have a discount for it. So, let's see what the plan is here. Vikings still would probably want to play galleys if they can get away with it. Koreans, you could play galleys as well. They're not going to be quite as good as Vikings, but still pretty good. And at the very least, you can also transition into the land units pretty well with the discounted on your skirmishers and archers, and you get the upgrade, the free armor upgrades as well. Vikings would be much less happy playing both land and water at the same time. Again, unless they're on the next patch, then they're going to be doing just fine, because you can go for the Hulks as well. Or fire shouldn't. I was present for 10% of that game? Yeah, I was. Oh. Nothing too crazy so far. 4th fishing ship here for Jordan. Not yet for Combito. He's actually picking up Loom, so he's going to be trying to click up to Feudal Age in a not-too-distant future. Jordan just going to be a hair slower. So really, it's not like the instant Rhino lure really meant anything. Res collected is, in fact, slightly better for Jordan as he got the fish down faster. And he's on 1 more fishing ship anyway. I mean, this is basically very close to what a classic galley rush build would look like. Well, I mean, except you take all the vills off food at that point. That was 19 vills, 4 fishing ships, and a scout cavalry 24 pop-up. This is just going up a little bit slower. And you also have the transport ship as well. Also, you'd skip loom, usually. Anyway, and whoa, wait, hold on, look at this. Already going here to the outside. This is super risky. Nixters, thanks to you for the raid. 3 militia queued up for JorDan, so like I said, the Vikings probably going to be wanting to play a more water-centric style. Koreans going to be wanting to play more on the land. But like, if you lose water at all, or even are just out of position on the water, you could just lose all those villagers. Third dock coming in, galleys on the way, double bit axe as well, so I mean, this is just all galleys all day. Yes, hello, Nick. And our arms upgrades incoming. They are ready to load onto the transport ship. Where's the scout cavalry? It is kind of on the other island. The scout's still important to have around because it blocks the villagers that are trying to flee to the town center. Nevertheless, galley production has started. And JorDan's going to want to make something happen. He's already building outposts all over the place here to the south. It's already a pretty big investment. Town watch, too. He's really just prioritizing the scouting. Bit of idle time as well, but his eco's still more efficient. And the first fire galley is out. Prepare to disembark on enemy shores. Alright, those quick walls need to be better than that. Although, I guess the TC still ranges them. This is still pretty tricky. And yet he gets the tower down. Okay, so, I mean, that's still good. Yeah, JorDan should... not even really trying to take down that house. I mean, forcing up the defensive tower, already very, very good. But could be much worse. And now the fishing ships are going to be going down on the other side, of course. We are not on the thalassocracy patch. We are not able to put them in the dock anymore. Or yet, I guess, would be the proper word. Galley going to try and sail around. Will end up getting sniped there by the fire galley. But none of these villagers are super exposed, except these two that are gathering from the box turtles. Those might need the protect of some galley-based friends. Looks like that one is already heading towards the town center. And hello, Leprechaunter. Already, getting housed right there, and he's gonna lose the hut as well. JorDan not starting his farming yet. He's still just relying on the fishing ships and probably some fishermen. Yep. So both players going to be struggling for that income. The difference is, though, that because Combito hasn't really spent any food in that area... Pay attention, Combito! Oh my goodness. But yeah, because Combito wasn't really spending food in that area, he can still sustain villager production quite comfortably. JorDan can have a much more difficult time doing that. He is now going to be taking the hunt at the moment, but like even right now, he just cannot afford any more villagers. But at least he has the 2 fishing ships to help him out a little bit, and again, the villager on the box turtles, every little bit helps so long as you can sustain that income. But yeah, Men-at-Arms certainly getting plenty of value. Galley numbers are looking good for Combito. Res collected also looking very, very good for our red player. You could trap JorDan in theory. Market and blacksmith coming in. I mean, really, like, okay, yeah. Like, the super duper high level play there would be to just, oh no, drop the blacksmith. Right on the other side. Oh no! Pay attention, either player! Pay attention! One of you! Oh my goodness. Oh no. I am sure trying to micro the galleys on the other side and the fire galleys led to a lapse in attention there from both players. That said, Combito is still going to be clicking up to Castle Age pretty soon. It's the kill there. And obviously, JorDan does already have his Archer transition primed and ready to go. Castle Age now on the way for Combito. Still quite a ways off here as JorDan. You can see already mining a fair amount of stone. You can litter your base with towers to help defend that. And then the Archers are going to be significantly less effective than they otherwise could be. That said, JorDan is also using the market. His food income is back to where it needs to be thanks to those rhinos that these villagers were able to take. So, again, it is just enough food that you need to get to the next stage, which is still just the end goal. Although the fact that JorDan is still working with those fishing ships is a pretty nice boon for him. I mean, Galley's being a little bit annoying over here, but not the end of the world. JorDan still has only lost 2 fishing ships and no actual villagers, but you can see Combito's eco is still overall going to be a bit better, although JorDan is ahead in food and gold. But look at JorDan's vision. That's the pretty wild thing. Like, look at all this vision, man. He sees all. He knows all. Would see any landing attempt over here very easily. Like, the ships would have to go, like, all the way around. Arson coming in, even. Okay, nice snipe there. That feels a little unnecessary. Just destroying some houses there. And JorDan has found at least some damage here and there with the men-at-arms. It's not like they've been completely useless. Forcing up the defensive tower and all those quick houses. Caused a lot of idle villager time. He destroyed, I think, a few houses / huts over here on the side. Longboats are on the way, though. We'll have to see what JorDan's plan is. He is going to be ready to drop a castle in just a moment. He keeps on building the houses where the men-at-arms can attack them, Dan. Just build them over here, where, like, within range of the towers or something. Oh my goodness, JorDan will literally just keep on going back and forth forever. Still, 4 galley, Bowsaw on the way for JorDan. Fella's gonna have to match the Viking eco in some way. Alright, looks like JorDan finally lost a men-at-arm over there. But, of course, all these ships are gonna go down fast. Entertained? Ah, yes, of course. You need to keep the enemy units entertained. Alright. I mean, at the very least, you know, JorDan will see this, but his ability to actually do anything about it is significantly less. But it's interesting, because after seeing the TC come down, he's going to build the castle here over on the southern island, and a TC nearby afterwards. So JorDan still going to be pretty well poised here. This is what I was saying, though. I mean, now you have to force up another tower. I mean, I guess the fire ships are going to go down, but it's just so many defensive towers have had to be invested into here for Combito. Look at his, like, these are not new or old houses. He just keeps on building them right into range of the men-at-arms. Dealt 4,700 damage. Still, Combito could be taking far worse fights. And he's doing alright. Definitely much closer than the first 2 games. A little bit of slipping in the micro, though. And JorDan, look at this. He is going to try and control both of these islands. Really leaning into that map control. And now we got some war wagons on the way. There's already a defensive mangonel with a second one on the way. Enrichment. Oh, yes. The Men-at-Arms Enrichment Center. That's what these houses are. Raiding coming in here for JorDan. Gonna try and lean a little bit more into the Navy side of things. Got some more fire ships on the way. Now, third TC coming in for red, so both players will be on the 3. And he's still doing it! Why? Why? Okay, nice. Finally gonna punch down the Men-at-Arms with the Vills as JorDan's not paying attention. Oh my goodness. Make a horde of mangonels? If they believe in fun, they will. Because making an army of 60 siege auditors is a lot of fun. Alright, tower coming in. JorDan gonna be trying to apply this nice mid-game pressure with Koreans. Towers and war wagons, probably a siege workshop in the not too near future, or not too distant future, would be a very nice choice as well. Remember that with Bodkin, war wagons have 11 base attack, which, you know, that's 5 damage a hit to the mangonels. And now Combito is actually going to come in here with a defensive castle. Now, it's not like Berserks are going to be especially great here, but they are still just like a unit you can throw out onto the field. You might be able to transport some over and do some nice raiding. Both players with a lot of towers, actually, already. Even a couple galleys left over. Actually, 9 galleys are still alive here for Combito. I mean, he's been doing pretty well here. I mean, he has a very real score lead. Not like one of those fake score leads. JorDan stock there is going down. I mean, he's only going to be on 1, I think. Just the one to the north. Got more villagers coming out here for Combito. Still, JorDan's eco upgrades are pretty good, as are Combito's. Of course, the free handcart's always going to be a great boost for the Vikings. Looks like JorDan will also eventually clean up all of those galleys that are poking around his base. And this is where it is tough to defend. War wagons, rocket cart, and guard towers all laying down damage from a distance. Gonna try and get another TC up over there, but the tower actually probably will deny that. And you're still pretty far off away from a castle. Now you can bring in your mangonels, and if you have villagers to repair, yeah, see, they can still work against guard towers. Especially if you have, again, a couple mangonels already. Okay, he's just gonna try and rush it up. Oh, actually, those 2 vills able to be out of range. But look at this, guys. JorDan hooks up to the Imperial Age. That's pretty darn nice for him. And despite being behind in resources, he is ahead in food. And being ahead in food usually means you just get the quicker age up. Getting both mining upgrades. Vikings, because JorDan's been farming more intensively. Well, it is still going to be 3 mangonels versus just the guard tower, so that's going to go down easily. You have 2 rocket carts, but they are both to the south. JorDan's MTC is the one at home, by the way, so it's not like this is going to be in danger. And now he has the war wagons actually going towards a transport ship. Still, TC going down steadily, and Combito does find a way to click up as well. You can see JorDan is making more and more fire ships. Just a glancing blow right there, and JorDan still keeping the TC alive. There are no actual units. No, not the Rhino! Oh, and that's going to lead to a dead Mangonel. Okay, going to be another castle on its way. But JorDan is just about to be an Imperial Lich. You'll go ahead and pick up Racer. And with another castle coming in here for our blue player, JorDan still could be in a great spot to apply pressure. And there it is. We have Siphons coming in! Beat this? Well, yeah, but JorDan has an actual army. We do have a skirmisher switch incoming, or at least I assume it's going to be a skirmisher switch. But it is just slower than what JorDan's able to do with just making a few war wagons that don't need many upgrades. Yeah, no, it is actually a fast fire ship. Good hit there for Combito, but more towers coming in here for JorDan. War wagon, you sure did. It looks like Combito's even going to be trying for another castle here, although he's still a little ways off. Bracer and Chemistry both immediately on the way. Skirmishers are queued up, but you don't even have Elite Skirmisher yet. Well, I mean, you got some rocket carts there, we got a bombard cannon on the way. There is also trebbing happening over here on the southern castle as JorDan trying to constrict his opponent of the land. Even that fast fire ship is going to be getting a little bit of value over here, as these longboats aren't really doing all that much. The Jorda Constrictor? Sure, let's go with that. As right now, just having that timing advantage is so enormous for JorDan. 2 trebs to 0. There are some repairs happening, and it's not like he has a ton of trebuchets or anything. It's not even the scrims are even all that poorly upgraded. We have some berserks on the way, interestingly. Ever did? I mean, there's always stiff competition around these parts. No ballistics I guess, for either player, although it is being researched for Combito. And again, a fast fire ship over here is still going to be able to give you a good amount of value. 8 kills, although mostly not villagers, but is going to be getting more as the Watchtower does 1 damage to the fast fire ship. Still, Combito himself is trying to pressure on the sides, and he is 30 population ahead, and that's not without any value. So that castle's going to go down. There isn't really all that much you can do to save it forever. Although the bombard cannons aren't actually attacking it, which is a bit odd. The trebuchet is also derping around with its pathfinding, and we don't even have more skirms on the way. That tower does go in, trying to gather some more gold over here to the side. Triple cannon galleons are even queued up here by our red player. Now, these berserks do not have very long for this world, as indeed they will all go down. Towers for JorDan, of course, super, super helpful. Ballistics make sure the towers and castles and whatnot are hitting there, as this is just a very efficient fight for Jordy. More kills. Rocket Cart on 8 kills already. And still, JorDan at 4 trebuchets to 1. And Combito just going to tap out there. JorDan, indeed, like a boa constrictor, making sure that he could just never get any progress on any of the islands. Koreans locking everything down. Sure, you had some cannon galleons out, but any sort of pushing was actually just going to be way too slow. JorDan wasn't even close to the coast for most of his buildings. It was just like smack dab in the middle of the islands. So, very, very well done there from JorDan, and he will get the 3-0 win and go right back into Gold League. Anyway, guys, that looks like it's gonna be it for me today. There's some more stuff happening in an hour, but we don't really have anything to do for the time being, so don't need to try and force something that isn't there. But I'll be back tomorrow. There's, again, just more tournament stuff happening tomorrow, so I'll be casting that. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Really appreciate it. See you tomorrow.